Live. We are now live, and this is part 2 of the Hydra Warrior live stream for the Ellen Project. And I'm here with Madeline Derwich again, and hopefully we get some more people. I'm trying to get Ashley Snyder and a good friend of ours, Will Kelly. Let me see if I can get Ashley on. I think that's probably more doable at this point. And hopefully they can join us and have some more stories and more conversations about hydrocephalus going on. Because this is part 2, because it was going to be a very long thing, I had to take a break. It was very long. So we'll probably find out here in a second if Ashley can join us, and I'll ask Will if he can as well. And again, this is going till hopefully 7 o'clock. It might end earlier than that, it might not. I don't know. It really all depends on how well this goes and how many people we can get on and talk to. And also, 10 o'clock on the East Coast is really late, so we might I might make it a bit earlier, maybe 6:30 here, and that'd be 9:30 on the East Coast, and that might be where I end it. So that's 2 hours, I think, roughly, starting now. And hopefully we can fill that time with a lot of people that will talk a lot about awesome subjects on hydrocephalus. We actually have a watcher in Australia. Sarah Redeman's actually watching us, so we might actually have to do something, because we haven't really been doing much. And my interview with her is later on this evening, and hopefully that really goes well. And hopefully Will and Ashley get back to me here in a bit on whether or not they're going to be joining us. Oh no! Where'd you go?
I don't know.
That was weird.
Says my computer was experiencing connectivity issues
Huh.
or something.
That's weird.
I don't know. It was working fine earlier.
Hmm. That's strange.
Yeah, I don't know. Because, like I said, I don't understand technology, so don't know.
Well, the only technology I really understand is the thing in my head, so...
Yeah, I don't know. My computer, it's been like all weird since I've come home from school.
That's really weird.
Yeah.
That
I think
seems...
it's because, like, it was on, my computer was on a different server and stuff at school, and now it's, like, back on my home one, and so, I don't know.
That might be it.
Because, like, I can't send mail off of my computer, but I can receive it.
Hmm.
So,
That's weird.
been sending emails from my phone because it works on my phone, but not on my computer. So,
Um... Let's see... I'm trying to get a hold of... I've been trying to get a hold of Fiona as well all day. But... tis a hard thing to do.
I'm easy to get a hold of. My phone is always by me.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if the phone number she gave me was a cell phone or a landline, so I've been texting it and she hasn't texted me back, so hopefully I'm not texting a landline.
Yeah.
Because I had an experience with that one time where it was this really weird thing that happened where someone texted me back
Mhm.
and it was this weird robotic voice. And it was them texting me from their cell phone to a landline.
That's weird.
And it was super weird.
Yeah, I bet.
So I just didn't expect it. I was like, oh, this is really weird.
Yeah. Because I have a landline, but we never really use it.
Not anymore. Once you have a cell phone, it's pretty much everyone has it. Once everyone has a cell phone, it's pretty much you use that.
Yeah. Because, like, even when I'm at school, I call my parents' cell phones and not the home phone.
Yeah. Because more than likely a person has their cell phone on them.
Yeah.
So let's get back to the topic of hydrocephalus with something really interesting. I posted, because we've been posting a lot of stuff about Elish and her dog Bonnie,
Mhm.
and I love that. I think that's a really cool thing, that
Yeah, it is.
a really good hook. And I thought it was really cool that I found the bear with hydrocephalus,
Yeah, that was cool.
and I read the entire article. It was just this really cool thing about a bear. They found out that he had a neurological condition that was hydrocephalus, and they did the operation. They did the entire shunt operation to make sure they kept him in the zoo. And I was just like, oh wow, this is insane. And I was just so shocked and surprised that they just took the time to keep him in the zoo.
Yeah.
But they're probably the only ones saying that. Well, we have a bear with hydrocephalus. Do you have a bear with hydrocephalus? That's probably not something no other zoo can say,
Yeah.
or any animal with hydrocephalus, really. I mean,
Yeah, definitely.
a lot of animals with, like, when they develop hydrocephalus, because they can develop hydrocephalus just as easily as we can.
Mhm.
In the wild, they would probably just pass away. But the bear, lucky enough, got treated and is now living a
Yeah.
very healthy life.
Because I think it's really cool how animals can get it too. I mean, I just find that like really interesting.
It's very awesome. I thought that was one of the best stories I've seen in a while.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Um, it's almost like that. I think, what was it? What was it? I definitely will. Ashley just messaged me. I definitely will. It goes for a while, right? In a little bit. I haven't seen my dad in months because he has gone back still. But y'all had said before that it goes for a while, so I can. Later, I think. She said that she cannot make it right now.
Okay.
So, yes, she cannot make it right now. Let's. Um. And I think Will's about to join us as well.
Okay,
He
cool.
hasn't gotten back to me, so hopefully. I hope a lot more people join us. I mean,
Yeah.
I've been trying to get a hold of everybody, and they're like, oh yeah, we'll join you. But everyone's like, nah.
Did you ever get a hold of like Amanda and McGean?
Well, McGean messaged me on Facebook and said that it is going really well and that she's watching.
Mhm.
And I did invite her, but she's probably really busy working. So,
Yeah.
and same with Amanda, but I don't know which. She says she's on Google Plus, so she said invite HA um, and her on to it. But I don't know which one of them, which one is her on Google Plus. That's the problem. Because there's so many Amanda Garzons. Is the problem.
Yeah.
So, and they're probably both really busy at work at HA right now. So
Yeah. Oh.
I wish they could come and join the conversation. That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
Would be definitely. They would definitely help
Mhm.
out a lot and be really awesome to the conversation. I think because I don't know what McGean's like what her story is with hydrocephalus, so it's something that would be new. So that's, and it's all, like I said before, like I really want people to just send me their emails so we can just have a lot of people, a lot of different varieties of people come in and join. But nobody's doing that. And I wish they would. I mean, I wish a lot of people would just come and talk and see how everything's going, you know?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to get a lot of people back onto it. I mean, to our one viewer, which is probably Sarah Redman, if you have any questions that you would like to ask us, which you can, I think if you click the thing, little link right there, you can be part of the audience and click and ask us questions. This is probably really boring to watch. I hope it's not boring. Just us discussing all this stuff. But
On the left side of the screen, there's like a thing that says Q&A.
Yeah, that's the question thing.
I mean...
I just hope that we can keep this going. I mean, Ashley said that she would join a lot later. And I hope Will joins eventually. He said he would. But, you know, I don't know. And Elish is flying on a plane right now. So, she can't join us.
Okay.
Allie's on a plane right now.
Well, that doesn't do us any good.
Wait a minute, I wonder if Elish has one of those fancy phones. Because it says she's on mobile on Facebook right now, so I wonder. Because if she has a phone that's like Marissa's where she can video chat on her phone, that might be a good thing for us. Where
Yeah.
she can talk to us as well, and we can get another person. And of course, it's always when I message someone that they just get off and don't talk to me anymore. Where? So hopefully people see this and are also watching. I mean, we're not doing much, but if they're listening and click the question button thing, they can ask us questions and we can answer those questions. I think that's a really awesome thing that they can do. And if it is Sarah Renneman that is watching, I hope that she's enjoying it and hoping that it doesn't look too bad. So, are you gonna do Kaepernicking Day tomorrow?
Yep.
Are you a Niners fan?
No.
No.
I'm in Florida.
Elish is a Seahawks fan. So, why Bears? Sorry, my Facebook. I do have a phone that I can video chat on, but I will be on a plane for like. Aw, dang. Oh. It is okay. Dang.
What'd she say?
She tweeted at me and she said that she hasn't got on the plane yet, but she's about to get on the plane, and she'll be on the plane for like 6 hours.
Oh. Too bad.
Dang. That sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the idea of Kaepernicking Day. I think I'm doing it definitely, because
Yeah, I'll probably do it too.
I think it's gonna be funny to see Elish do it, because she is a Seahawks fan, and getting a Seahawks fan to Kaepernick is pretty hilarious, because Seahawks fans are terrible people.
Cause like I'm pretty neutral when it comes to sports. I'm not like loyal to any team, even though I do live in Florida. I'm not like loyal because I don't watch sports. So
You don't like the Dolphins?
Dolphins are terrible. They've been terrible for so long. I mean, because I only know from my dad, my brother, like watching it, and they've done terrible for years and years. So whatever.
They have, but it's not as terrible as some other teams.
Yeah, like I don't know. I don't get into sports.
So it's really all perspective. So on how well you think something is going.
I mean, I just like lose interest too easily. I try and watch sports, so
Yeah, I'm a big sports fan. I'm a big football fan. That's really that and soccer. I'm a big soccer fan. I watched the World Cup this year, and I was really I pulled for Germany the entire time, because I watch soccer all the time, and
Mhm.
I'm a big Germany fan. Um, and when Germany won the World Cup this year, I was super happy, super happy. Um, I root for Ireland as well when they're playing, but Germany is like my go-to team when I root for anybody because I'm mostly German, so I just go for them. And I watch track, which is a somewhat fun sport to watch. Um, but not altogether intriguing. When you're watching discus and shot being thrown, it's not altogether fun.
Yeah, I don't know. I lose interest. I get really bored, so.
Um, that's one thing. Is hydrocephalus in sports
Yeah.
is I I run track because I can't do football or I don't. I probably could play baseball with hydrocephalus, but because my hand-eye coordination is so bad, I just choose not to. Because I can't. When I swing a bat, I just can't see where the ball is. Um, and wrestling I can't do, or anyone probably with hydrocephalus couldn't do unless. But Dara does taekwondo, so it's like. What? I think it's all depending on like what neurosurgeon you have.
Yeah, it does.
Because my neurosurgeon's like, you can't do this, you can't wrestle, you can't play football, you can't swim.
'Cause like mine said I couldn't play football, but I wouldn't want to play football in the first place. I'm a girl. Like that doesn't appeal to me. I get it. The girls do play football, but I don't want to play it in the first place.
Um, I could probably do golf, but I'm not very good at golf. And I just don't like golf anyway. Not a very
Now
fun.
that's something boring to watch.
That is a terrible sport to watch, and that was a big topic at the conference actually between the teams. Big topic was golf and how terrible it was, and people defending it. Because there was people defending golf, and then there was people against golf. Like Tess was defending golf because she's a golfer, and then there was like people with Tess who were defending it, and then there was people against Tess, and I was one of the people against Tess because I just don't like golf. I'd rather run. Like that's why I love track. I mean,
See? Like I'm a terrible runner, but I would rather run than do golf.
and I do the most difficult thing in track. I do, in my opinion, I do the 110-meter hurdles and I do the 300-meter hurdles. Which the 110-meter hurdles, I'm 5'7", and they come up to like above my thigh, and that's really tall. That's really tall. They're like half of me, so I really have to run and spring to launch over those things. And my neurosurgeon pretty much said I could do track. I just can't pole vault because our track team has a pole vault. We have pole vaulters now, which is really cool. I wish I could pole vault. They look really cool. I can't pole vault, and if I go into college, I can't hammer throw. Which I'm too small anyway to hammer throw. I think you have to be really, really big to do that. So, and there's other sports I probably couldn't. I shouldn't probably box, but I love watching boxing, and I know how to box, and I know how to wrestle. It's like my older brothers taught me how to wrestle because they were both gold medalist wrestlers in high school.
See, like, wrestling to me is really boring to watch because, like, my junior year, my math teacher was one of the coaches of the wrestling team. So he would basically bribe us. He said he'd give us, like, 10 points on a test if we would go and watch, like, certain wrestling matches. I went to every single one just to get my extra credit. But that extra credit helped me. I got an A for the first time ever in math.
One of our math teachers was the cross-country coach. Fiona messaged me.
What'd you say?
Hey, Wyatt. Hey. You can join the live stream. He was the cross-country coach, which I like to prepare for track. I ran like 8 miles a day.
Oh wow!
And this was like 2 months before track, like starting in December. I would start, and I would keep up with the track coach who wrote my recommendation letter for my scholarship. Who's a super nice lady. I love her, Mrs. Atkins. I love that woman. She's awesome. Because she's the health teacher as well, so she's the one that lets me talk in the health classes and spread awareness for hydrocephalus. So, and each year, like every time I'm in there, she like learns something a little bit new. So she's like, "Oh, that's awesome," because I always put something a little new, like the new thing in there. And but Mr. Bear, who's the cross country coach, I ran with him one time, and he runs for competition. Like in his room, he has all of these like the number things you wear. Fun in like the races, and he does Ironman competitions. So I'm running with him, and I'm like at the 7th mile, I'm dying. I'm like, ugh. And he's like, he looks at me. He's like, "What's wrong, Barris?" And I'm like, "Nothing. I'm fine." Because an Ironman, I think, is like 20 miles.
Yeah, it's like intense.
And I did cross-country practice, like the beginning of my junior year. I didn't do cross-country, though. I should have. I probably would have really enjoyed it, and probably would have been really good at it. But since he was the coach, he would run, and it was like the middle of summer, and he was like super buff. He's super buff, like an old man, because he's like 52, and he's like super buff. But he's like he has climbed Mount Everest.
Oh wow.
Done a bunch of Ironman competitions. He's a nice guy. He's not my favorite math teacher in the world because I've had the other math teacher and I liked him more. But just because I don't like Mr. Bear's teaching style, but I will give credit where credit's due. He's an amazing athlete.
Yeah.
And swimming, I just probably couldn't do swimming. I'm not a very well-trained swimmer anyway. And I feel like swimming takes a lot of coordination. My friend Sebastian actually tried to start a male volleyball team. Because he came from Mexico. And like they have male volleyball teams there, and the one thing is no other school had a male volleyball team, so we just couldn't go against anybody. and then he tried to start a tennis team, which would make sense because a lot of other schools had tennis teams, but nobody wanted to do tennis except for him. I can't do tennis either. It's a hand-eye coordination thing.
Cause like my high school had like a male volleyball team and a tennis team too. But cause like I never did sports. I'm so bad at sports. Like when we would like do sports in PE class, I was really, really good at getting hit in the face with whatever ball we were playing with. Whether it was a basketball, a volleyball, a soccer ball, I got hit with all of them. I was good at that.
I usually was like I'm quick on my feet, like in PE, and I took PE all 4 years of high school because it was only required. It's only required 2 years. But I loved PE, so I needed the elective credits because after the 2 years it was elective, so I just took it again for the 2 years, and I had Miss Adkins, who is an amazing person, and then I had Coach G, who is an awesome guy too. He helps out with track, and he helps out with pretty much every sport. But he's Mr. Gonzalez, and he's just super funny. But the one thing I loved about our PE was we did dance. And being a man and admitting that I love dance probably makes me very manly. Because we did the waltz, we did the tango, we did the cha-cha, we did the rumba, we did the street hustle, we did the jitterbug. We did a lot of line dances. The two-step, the western swing, just a bunch of dances, and I was really good at them. Like the dance that I'm best at is the jitterbug and the western swing. And, well, I'm decent at all of them, but the best ones I'm really good at the jitterbug.
See, that's cool. Like, my PE class, we didn't do any of that. Because, like, we only had to take PE freshman year, and that was it. Like, you couldn't take it anymore. You just took it freshman year, and then you were done.
Wow.
And it was really boring and kind of stupid.
See, I loved taking PE because it was just fun. It was just a relaxing class. And also, because I took it really because of the dancing. I liked the dancing. It was like the most fun for that whole month and a half we did it. And also, we did. There was a whole dance because we learned the dances for a dance. Because we have a thing called Block D, and you do the dances for that dance. And I won the jitterbugging competition this past year with my friend Shaylin because we were in leadership. And leadership doesn't really do much. You teach classes, but other than that, you go and do community service around the school. And our community service during that time was, other than recycling, we pretty much went and helped the really small PE class fill out. Like, we filled in where people were needed in dancing. And I was like, okay. So me and Shaylin danced with each other, and we got really, really good at the jitterbug, and we won the competition at Block D. Because we were just, like, spinning and crazy and, like, going really fast. Oh, wait. We have a question.
Okay.
Amazing. Click the select button. Wyatt, I'm just catching on to the end of the Ellen Project live stream. Who are you talking with? I am talking with Madeline Derwich. Amanda, I'm talking to Madeline Derwich. That's who I'm talking to. I'm talking to her, and we've been talking for quite a while. And Fiona Wilcox should be on soon. She said she got the invitation, but I'm probably going to resend it to her so she gets it again.
Alright, well, I have to go right now, but I'll probably be back later.
Okay, I will. I don't know if I'm going to end it at 6:30 or 7 my time. That'd be 9:30 or 10 your time.
Okay.
So I don't know exactly when I'll end it. Hopefully Fiona has a webcam, because it won't work unless she has a webcam.
Cause like, when I'm like ready to come back, I'll text you and see if you're like still doing it.
Okay, I will. If I probably will still be doing it if around 6:30 is when the iffy time will happen. Because I don't know if people on the West Coast, on the East Coast, will still be like awake and able to do it. You know?
Yeah.
Like, because I want Amanda and McGean to do it and be on here, but I've been trying to get them. Well, it's very hard.
Yeah.
Because they're probably working, you know?
Mhm. Alright, well, I gotta go now, so bye.
Okay. See ya.
Bye.
Oh. Of course she leaves as soon as the question's gone. Okay, so now I'm just waiting for other people. Kelly. Come on, Will. Respond back. I will be making until 10 years this time. Okay. Awesome. Hopefully the live stream will be up until 10 p.m. Eastern time. I think I might end it at 6:30 my time, which would be 9:30 p.m. Eastern time. I don't know. It all depends on how many people are watching, or it all depends on how, like, if I'm actually talking to someone. Because just doing this alone, it's very sad. But it all depends on that. So yeah. Hopefully I can keep it going though. Hopefully I can keep it going to till 10 on the East Coast time. Hopefully I get more people like Ashley Snyder and Will Kelly. Okay, that I guess that'll work. So if you're watching this later on, I'm communicating with Amanda Feld through questions. I'm going to be reading her questions, and I'll be answering them. I'll be reading her answers as well. If... What? Okay.
Good luck, Peter.
And I'll be reading her question, and I'll be reading her answer as well. So, yeah. And this, so, Amanda, since you are watching right now, can you tell us what your story is with hydrocephalus? And again, like I said, if you're watching this later on, as the live stream is going on, after the live stream, I'm going to be reading Amanda Feld's questions from question boxes that you do not see. I only can see them, so I'm reading them from question boxes and narrating them as she's done typing them. I will, Amanda. I will let her know that. I will let her know that it was great. That you really thought it was great to hear her parts, and she was an awesome help in this. And she's gonna hopefully be back later to help me with this. I really hope she does, and I hope Ashley Snyder and Will Kelly will be on here. I've been trying to get on a lot of other people, but a lot of people are busy, so it's a really hard thing to do. So, like I said, I'm reading Amanda Feld's question boxes and repeating them to you, the audience. And Amanda, since you are watching, and I'm reading your answers, can you tell us your story with hydrocephalus? So, like I said before, I'm going to be reading Amanda Feld's answers to my questions, because she does not have a webcam, so sadly we cannot communicate during the video chat, but luckily we can communicate through her answering my questions, because she is watching the live stream now, and she's going to be answering my questions to her through the live stream to the questions. So if you're watching this after the live stream is uploaded to YouTube, that's what's going on right now at during this part of the live stream. So this is what Amanda said to the question of her story to the hydrocephalus. She said, "My name is Amanda Feld. I was born at 3 months. I was born 3 months premature, 28 weeks, and on my third day of life developed hydrocephalus due to a grade 3 and 4 IVH. I also have left-sided cerebral palsy, vision and hearing loss as well. I have had one shunt revision since placement, and that's really lucky. A lot of people aren't that lucky, Amanda. Myself, I've had 3. Dara has had 6. A lot of people aren't that lucky, and that's a really awesome thing to have. Have you ever had any school issues with your hydrocephalus? Oh, never mind. You continued it with thing. Continued. I don't drive due to some of the side effects of my hydrocephalus, like vision loss. I do have FaceTime. Does that help? It doesn't, because you have to use this program, Amanda. That's the bad part, because you have to use the Google Plus video Hangout. That's why it kind of sucks. Because you kind of have to have a Google account and a Google. You have to use Google Plus Hangouts to use this and use it. That's the kind of bad part. That's the bad part about it. You need to be invited by the person that's hosting it. You need to have people. You need to have a Google account, and YouTube is very strict about that now. That's the problem. So, if anyone's just joining us, Amanda has replied to the question if she's ever had any school problems, and this is her answer. She said, "Wyatt, I have many school issues with hydrocephalus because of learning disabilities. I'm 25 and a college student at a local community college and university where I am pursuing my bachelor's degree in liberal studies, minors in health and science and psychology." Amanda, I don't know if you saw on Twitter, HA posted a thing saying, hydrocephalus taught me blank. What has hydrocephalus taught you? Um, Amanda says, I'm in a medical assistant program at community college where I still have 2 years to go. I will be starting clinicals in January 2015. I am also CPR certified. Hydrocephalus has taught me to never give up, strive for the highest potential. Strive for my highest potential, which is an amazing thing to strive for because everyone has an amazing potential, and the best thing we can do is strive for the highest point of that. And people with hydrocephalus are always at their highest potential. Have you ever been bullied due to your hydrocephalus? Because we've actually been talking about that a lot today. So, have you ever been bullied due to your hydrocephalus? Okay. Amanda says, I thank you, Wyatt, for doing the awareness with the Ellen show and doing the live stream all the day. Very true, Wyatt. I have been bullied back in the middle school, but I'm not sure if it was due to hydro or not. Yeah, okay. Have you ever had any assistance from the schools that you've gone to for like because of your hydrocephalus? We also touched on that a little bit with Dara and Desiree. Um, like, did they give you any accommodations, like a 504, or like with your like if you had a 504 and IEP? Thank you. Um, I will. Um, let me see. Okay, Amanda has responded back to my question about accommodations from schools concerning her hydrocephalus, and this is what she said. I can definitely talk about that. I've had an IEP all the way through high school, and I also had many support services like learning support. Now in college, I have accommodations for test taking, etc. All my professors have been accommodating. And that's a really good thing to find in colleges, because a lot of professors probably won't do that as much, especially with hydrocephalus, because they'll look at you and say, what is your medical condition, other than, like, when you look at someone with, say, Down syndrome, they'll say, oh, he has Down syndrome. But with hydrocephalus, they won't say that, because you look so normal. And they might not give you that extra time because of that, because you look so normal. Have you ever had any issues romantically because of your hydrocephalus? Okay. This is Amanda talking again. My professors have been very good about everything, no matter how normal I look. My professors have also been very good about when I or anyone with hydrocephalus who gets headaches. Is there anyone else at your school that has hydrocephalus? That's very awesome. That's really awesome that another person at your school would have hydrocephalus. I think that's really rare. Or probably not so rare when you go to a university or something like that. I mean, and this is Amanda's response to my, she's having problems romantically with hydrocephalus. I've had no problems so far romantically because of my hydrocephalus, as I'm only beginning to date now at the age of 25. Okay, so Amanda asked me a question, and she says, Wyatt, have you had any issues? And how did you meet Dara, and are you boyfriend and girlfriend? Do you see her often? Um, I touched on this at the very beginning of the um, at the very beginning of the live stream, not of this part 2, but of part 1. But uh, I do not really have any issues. I only have hydrocephalus. I have no learning disabilities, thank goodness, and I've only had 3 shunt revisions, um, compared to Dara, who's had 6. Um, I have complex migraines, which cause seizures, which which is subdued due to medication. I met Dara at the 12th National Conference for Hydrocephalus, but we didn't start dating until this past December because we decided not at the 12th National Conference that it wasn't really right to start seeing other people. Not really at that time to have a long distance relationship, so we started seeing other people. But this past December we said, let's go for it, let's do it. And the first time I seen her in 2 years was this past conference in 2014 in Portland, and that was the first time I saw her in 2 years. And I'm going to be seeing her in December when I go visit her in New Jersey. So I don't get to see her much. It's very hard sometimes, but we make it work because we video chat and we talk all the time, and it's a labor of love. So that's really all it has to be about, is love. And it's awesome to be there with that person that has hydrocephalus and knows what you're going through, and it's an amazing thing. And this is Amanda's responded back to my question about is there anyone else at her college with hydrocephalus, and she said, I don't personally know of anyone at my college and or university with hydrocephalus like me. However, I do have friends who attended other higher education and have also had positive experiences related to my friend's hydrocephalus. And that's really awesome that the professors are being very kind to people with hydrocephalus. You don't really... I didn't expect a professor to be that nice. I hope mine are just that kind when I go to college here in the next 2 weeks. So I hope mine are very accommodating and very nice about my headaches and about my problems. And I hope that they can they can understand what I'm going through and everything too. Amanda, do you have any more questions for me? Because I can't really think of any more for you. So, I would love to FaceTime with you sometime if I can get that to work on my computer. This is really the only video player that works. That's why I don't have Skype. And if you have any more questions, just feel free to ask, because I'm going to be here for a while. Up until 7 o'clock, or maybe 6:30, looking like, because not many people. I'm going to college at Butte Community College, and it's a really prestigious community college. It's really nice. It has a gigantic campus. And for people that didn't know what she asked, she said, "Where are you going to college?" was the first question in this line of questions. And I just said, and she asked again, "Are you going away and living in the dorms?" No, I'm staying at home. Butte doesn't have any dorms because it's community college, so I'm staying at home, and hopefully I can get a job on campus because they offered jobs, so hopefully I can work there. And then she also said, when I started college 5 years ago, I out of high school, I was thinking about going away to college. However, I chose to stay closer to home and try community college, which, in my opinion, is a lot better idea. You save a lot more money going to a community college. Yeah, I think I hopefully eventually can get an iPhone. I don't have one currently, but hopefully eventually I can get one. I would like to get one. That would be very nice. But my computer is also a Google Chrome, so that might be why.
Hi.
What?
Amanda says, definitely going to a community college, and now also at the university. Both places for my higher education are both rather close to home. And I would, it's a PC, is my computer. Um, I have 2 older brothers and 1 little brother. Um, they are very involved in my um, in the hives, in helping me spread awareness. They help me with the parades I do, and they helped me set the booth, and they're really awesome people. And I also have 2 dogs. I have a lab husky mix named Sedona, and I also have a Jack Russell Terrier purebred named Pepper. And Amanda says that she is an only child. um, Amanda, if you have any questions, like I said, feel free to ask them because I'm perfectly willing to answer them. Um, okay, that sounds good. have seen that you've been very happy, and that's very good. Happiness is the key to a good life, and it's probably the best thing a person can be, because it brings them the true richness. It brings them true riches. And Dara lives in Westwood, New Jersey, and I live in Willows, California, which is about 3,952 miles away, because I've done the math and calculated everything. Because she lives in Westwood, New Jersey, and I live here in Willows. So that's pretty far away. And hopefully we can see each other a lot more since now that we're in college and we're making our own money, and we can see each other. I'm gonna go see her in December, and she's gonna come see me during spring break in the summer. So hopefully that's gonna work out in our favor. Yeah, Facebook does that to you, where you can answer your own question by looking up stuff on Facebook. Amanda, I think I'm going to end the live stream here, because it's getting late on the East Coast, and also all of these just silent moments are bad. But it's not bad that I'm talking to you. I love the questions you're giving me, and I love answering them. But I'm going to end the live stream here, because I was going to end it early anyway. This is what Amanda said, by the way. Wyatt, it is awesome that now that you're both in college and you can see each other more often. When you fly out there, definitely check out Southwest Airlines, as they always have some type of sales and no baggage fees, which I will definitely do. But like I'm saying, I think I'm going to end the live stream here, because I just think it's best to end it now and to wait another hour to end it then, because I was going to end it at 6:15 anyway. Yeah, since it's 9 p.m. on the East Coast, it's getting late there. I don't know if a lot of people on the East Coast are watching. I think it's best to just end here, and I'm gonna say goodbye to you, Amanda, who is watching, and I'm going to say goodbye to everyone else, and I really hope you enjoyed watching the second part of the live stream. I really hope that it was really awesome and really you really enjoyed it. I wish that everyone watching this was really informed on hydrocephalus, and I hope that people will go out and spread more awareness on hydrocephalus because of this, and really watch out for more stuff from the Hydro Warrior blog, because I'm going to be putting on more vlogs. And I'll do that as soon as possible. Thank you so much for watching, everyone, especially you, Amanda, because you kept up and watched all of it, and asked questions, and we had an entire conversation without a webcam. So thank you so much, Amanda, for that. And this is what Amanda said. It is always great to end on a good note, and it's great to see you on a video. I know you cannot see me, however. We saw each other at the conference last month. I definitely enjoyed watching it, the live stream. Thank you, Amanda, again for watching it, though, and I thank everyone else that's going to watch this later on. And thank you, everyone. I hope you spread awareness on hydrocephalus after watching this, and always remember that hydrocephalus is a major issue. And if you want to stay connected to Hydro Warrior, I'm on Facebook at the Hydro Warrior page, and the Twitter page will be up soon. So find me on Facebook on the Hydro Warrior page, and thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.